This is dralvin.com, the business of wisdom where world leaders and thinkers do come to chat. Very fortunate to have the international best-selling author of the upcoming book, RaineDrops, Love That Liberates Your Soul Now. And you can get her books and products at RaineVance.com. If you'd like to connect with her, you can connect with her on Facebook at Raine Vance, YouTube at Raine Vance, and also you can follow her extraordinary tweets at Raine Vance. We're going to go live to Burlington, Ontario, Canada to hear from this extraordinary best-selling author. Good morning. How you doing, Raine?
I'm doing great. How are you, Dr. Jones?
I'm doing real good. We appreciate you being a part of the day's broadcast. And rumor has it you have this powerful series entitled Handle Your Business. What is that all about?
Yeah, Handling Your Business is a 12-week course that I designed for women executives and just basically to take them from start to finish through just the basics of handling their business in today's world for the modern woman.
Well, that's a good thing, and we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to be a part of our broadcast today. Tell me about today's lesson. What is the lesson you have for us today?
Well, the first lesson I have for today is just called Know Thyself. And that is 3 parts. It's about who you are and who you are not, what your goals, plans, and objectives are, and then from there implementing the right coach or coaches, mentors, or support system.
Well, that sounds like a good thing. It sounds like when you would go to Egyptian school, the first law of life was to know thyself. So why don't you go ahead and share your lesson with us today?
Sure. Well, the first most important thing to start handling your business in life in any area is to truly know who you are. And, you know, when you know who you really are, you've got a place to start so that you can go forward determining your goals, your plans, and your objectives. And when you really know yourself, that's when you can begin to honor your life's purpose and your mission. This will put you in alignment with living a life that is fulfilled versus living a life of just mere accomplishments and achievements. Because in the end, you do want to feel satisfied that you've left your mark in your life and that you've left a legacy for those who are coming after you, or children if you have children. So in order to know yourself, you really must begin to define the areas of your life that really resonate with you and ignite your passion. And I always want to remind people that mistakes and failures are also something that provide valuable insight into who you are or who you are not. So in order to know your purpose, you need to get past things that you may have learned, especially as women, that teach us how to become people that please instead of just understanding who we truly are deep down in our soul. And one of the stories I wanted to share was something Oprah had to say in regards to this. She gave an example where she mentioned how she listened to the still small voice within. I know one day when she was vacationing in Colorado, she went into the woods and she wanted to quiet the noise of the world and just contemplate her next move. And she said she remembered standing among the golden aspens and asking the voice that has been a comfort for her for so long, "What would you have me do?" And she said the answer came as it had when she was a little girl, which was take the high road. And what she found was her decision to listen to this voice against the advice of many of the TV stations that had carried her show was the reason she felt that she still had the show for so many years. And she felt if she ignored it, her show would have disappeared into the void of defunct broadcasting. And there are, as we know, a long list of shows that have come and gone since Oprah started. So one of the things that she said she knew for sure was that often we don't even realize who we're meant to be because we're busy trying to live out someone else's ideas. So, meaning other people and their opinions hold no power in defining our destiny. And that was the point she was trying to make. And what she learned from that was that what made her successful was the ability to surrender her plans, dreams, and her goals to a power that was greater than other people and greater than herself. So always in her life, before she made any major moves, she would first ask, what would you have me do? What would you have me be? And then she would just try to live that answer. So it's really important before you start any project and you want to handle your business in any area that you really understand who you are, and you want to, in other words, investigate who you are. And Kim Castle has a favorite little quote that she used, or a little slogan that she used, which is, what makes you tingle, which is kind of in alignment with finding your passion. So with that in mind, you want to notice things that you enjoy, focus on, or things that you find displeasing. You want to notice ways in which you are using or not using your strengths, and what areas you are either living or not living your passion. And, are you allowing your qualifications or credentials to define who you are? And if that's the case, or you're not sure, then ask yourself the question, what really touches you? What makes you laugh? What makes you cry? What makes you dance? What makes you sing? And that is really the first most important component before starting to handle your business in anything, is really just knowing who you are.
Now, just out of curiosity, by you being an extraordinary expert on the metaphysical, are you also saying that like attracts alike? So if I know who I am, then I'm going to begin to attract similar type persons and situations and business opportunities in my personal life?
Absolutely. Because also, when you know who you are, it also helps you get to the next step, which is planning a strategy, whether it's for your personal life, whether it's for your business, or if you are working for someone else, whether it's for that organization. Once you are in alignment with your own purpose and you really know truly who you are, then, as you say, like attracts like. So you're now in alignment with doing and behaving and thinking in ways that are going to attract other people that are in alignment with that into your life. And part of getting clear on that is to know who you are, and then to go on to the second step, which is to sit there and plan a strategy that has your goals, your objectives, your vision, your mission, your purpose, and get clear and go from that step.
When a person comes to one of your portals, whether they go to your Facebook page, Raine Vance, or your YouTube channel, Raine Vance, when you talk about the word liberation, what do you mean by that?
Well, for me, what I'm speaking of when I talk about the word liberation is being able, again, it's in alignment with being who you are. It's your soul being free to just be who you came here to be. So liberation really meaning freedom, and freedom meaning we all are born with the ability to choose, with free will. So sometimes we don't realize that, and we're programmed to live or to think in ways that society or our parents or perhaps even ourselves, we've imposed on ourselves without coming from a place of, who am I and what is really important to me, and what do I really want? What do I feel is in alignment with my purpose, my passion? Where do I find that something lights me up? And that's sort of the beginning of knowing when you're on the path of your purpose, and not just on a path that you feel, this is where I should be, this is what I should do, or this is what somebody else told me would be a good idea because, maybe I have some strengths in this area. You want to be liberated to be on that path that you truly came here to be on. And then you're going to be operating from a place of full force, in other words, in complete alignment and in your flow. And once you ask those questions and investigate and really get to know and understand who you are, and then you take the next step and you can start to plan a strategy based on the things that are resonating with you. And some people are already in alignment with that. Some people are already on the right track. Some of us are way off, and we have to make some adjustments and make some small changes to get ourselves back in alignment on that path. But at least, when you think of the word liberation, once you have freed yourself to be who you are and not feel that you have to live within certain restrictions or certain, trying to think of the word, certain, I guess, the messages that society gives us, and especially as women, there are certain messages that we get that are gender-based and role-based, where we're thinking, well, we're supposed to be the ones that do this, and maybe we really shouldn't be out, doing this job. We should just stay home and take care of the kids. So it's something we really have to come to terms with in ourselves and use that freedom, that liberation, to really go deep down in our soul and find out who are we and what resonates with us. And if we do have a family and we are in a professional career, how can we make that work for us? Because it may look a bit different than what it does for a partner that we have in our life who's the opposite gender. So we have to figure out for ourselves, how does that look and how can we make that work?
We're listening live from Burlington, Ontario, Canada, to the extraordinary Raine Vance. And for a person to want to hear this particular interview, you can hear it over and over again at dralvin.com, the website, dralvin.com on Facebook, and also we will tweet this at Dr. Alvin Jones. If a person wants to be a part of your global efforts to liberate one soul at a time, how can a person get in contact with you, Raine?
Well, a few different ways. I have a website, rainevance.com. Also on Facebook, as you said, at Raine Vance, or on Twitter at Raine Vance, or they can email me at rainevance@gmail.com.
Well, thank you so very much for being a part of our broadcast, and we're looking forward to the other lessons that you're going to share, and you continue to have a remarkable and amazing day, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.